What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Legitical Response. We cover political news and we expose the corporate press for the liars and the sham that is. You know, these days I find it hard to believe that the corporate press can actually get away with lying as much as they do. And take MSNBC, for example. These people, I cannot believe that this is a real news network. They actually, like the people that work for MSNBC and the commentators and all these people actually think they're a legitimate news program when they give commentary that absolutely makes no sense. And this Trump trial, this hush money case, has exposed MSNBC like they've never been exposed before. They are just absolutely ridiculous with some of their commentary, and some of their analysis makes absolutely no sense. They are willing to twist facts, turn tables, parse the difference between ridiculously and absolute insanity. It's like, what is really going on with MSNBC? I've got a clip for you guys that actually just proves it outright. Check this out.
As I remind our viewers all the time, Chris and Andrea, I sat through 2 E. Jean Carroll trials and 2 cross-examinations of E. Jean Carroll, and I have to tell you, I agree with Sue wholeheartedly. This was very much what I'd call a nuts and sluts defense. There was a portion of the cross-examination where Susan Necheles was focused on the fact that Stormy Daniels now claims that she is a medium and that she communicates with dead people and has participated in a TV series about the paranormal, where she explores things, including the fact that at one point an ex-boyfriend of hers was inhabited by spirits. She was mocking Stormy Daniels. She wants the jury to think Stormy Daniels is a liar and she is crazy. And she also wants the jurors to judge her for her occupation. And Stormy Daniels gave no ground on that. As Sue just said, she might be an exotic dancer, an adult film actor, but she was very clear when Susan Necheles used the phrase selling yourself to describe what Stormy Daniels was doing on a tour where she was making appearances at clubs. Stormy Daniels set her straight. I was not selling myself. I was dancing. The implication always was, I am not a sex worker, and I don't have a sign around my neck that says consent given freely to everyone at any time.
Right.
She was a woman who seemed pretty self-possessed, in control of her own body, and wanting to maintain, essentially, to quote Pretty Woman, I say who, I say when, and not, Donald Trump was mine, that I was for the taking by this man. I increasingly see what Trump did to Stormy Daniels, and she used the phrase, what happened to me, more insidiously than I think I ever have. It is a reinforcement of the predator frame that the Access Hollywood tape introduced. It brought into full vision a very new Donald Trump, not just a Donald Trump who was womanizing and liked beautiful women and was one of the world's most eligible bachelors, as David Pecker described him, but a Trump who knew what he was doing and wasn't just hitting on people, but making it impossible for them to escape, or at least downright uncomfortable. And Stormy Daniels today, I agree with Sue, the temperature was down, but the self-possession was up, and she would not give ground. My favorite answer that she gave was when Susan Necheles basically said to her, you make things up like this all the time. You've acted in over 200 pornographic movies, and those are all made up. And she said, if I was going to make this up, I would have made it a much better story. And I don't know how people in the courtroom reacted, but in the overflow room, there was like a, ooh, like almost like sick burn, because Stormy Daniels was in control.
Okay, so what was that exactly? Like, really? She actually said a sick burn. The lawyer accused her of making stuff up, and she says, no, if I was gonna make something up, it would be much more crazy. Like, how much more crazy can you get than that testimony? How much more crazy can you get than that analysis of that testimony, right? Like, trying to split hairs between sex worker and porn star? Like, really? Seriously, what is going through these people's minds? Like, Stormy Daniels gave some of the most ridiculously perverted testimony I think I've ever heard. I mean, she was sitting there going on and on about being a medium, talking with dead people, and this lady talking about her boyfriend was possessed by a demon or something like that. It's like, hang on. Why are we defending this person, right? This is a degenerate person. Plus, this whole section of the trial makes absolutely no sense to me, y'all. Like, why are we going over this? What does any of this have to do with falsifying business records? Like I've always said, they're trying to take us off of the trail, if you will, trying to get us to look at all these little things that Trump did. And these people are just going right along with the story, trying to portray Trump as if, like, insinuating that he was trying to abuse Stormy Daniels or whatever, like trying to strong-arm her into doing whatever. And, you know, the fact that the defense is calling into question the credibility of the witness, yes, that is a normal thing, but MSNBC is trying to make it look like, oh, well, you can't call into question, it's a woman, trying to portray her in the light that she's a feminist, standing up for femininity, right? She's a strong woman doing her thing, right? A sex worker. A very degenerate person who seems to have gone loony, right? How do you claim to talk to dead people? Are you freaking kidding me? Like, serious. Come on now. And MSNBC, like I said, they're just playing right along with the program. Just, oh, yeah, this is normal. This is a credible witness, you guys. You know, and once again, I don't know what MSNBC is thinking. I don't know if they think this will be salubrious for them to just get on here and try to defend Stormy Daniels, talking about, oh, well, she wasn't a sex worker. She was in possession of her own. She's a strong woman. Like, really? Come on, a sex worker? She's a porn star, right? Like, Lawrence Donald got on and said this.
The excitement and anticipation in the room hit a new high at 10:32 a.m. She entered wearing all black, as if on her way to a funeral. The loose-fitting, plain black clothing draping from her shoulders to her toes suggested the modesty of a nun. The makeup was minimal, the way she and the other moms in her neighborhood might look when shopping at the local grocery store. The long blonde hair held up with a clip at the back of her head, the way it might be in a utilitarian way while she was doing dishes or checking one of the horseshoes on her horse she later spoke of so proudly. When she walked by him, her face had the same expressionless, somber look that all the jurors always have when they walk by him.
Trying to portray Stormy Daniels as some sort of godly figure, like she's a nun, like she's some holy person that can do no wrong, you guys. She can do no wrong. Trump is guilty. Guilty of what? Of course, sure, he may have had sex with her. Who cares? Who gives a damn? Seriously. And how does that pertain to the case at hand? Once again, like I said, they're trying to knock us off the trail. And MSNBC is the best at this, man. The corporate press are just so ridiculous these days. And it makes my job great because I can get on here and run my freaking mouth about these people because they are acting in total ridiculousness. It's outright hilarity to watch these people analyze a witness who's clearly just, lost a little bit and trying to go against the defense lawyers, trying to go against Trump's lawyers, looking like they're taking down Trump's lawyers for actually asking normal questions. This is what defense lawyers do. Prosecutors do this to the defendants all the damn time. They call into question the credibility of the witness. They call into question some of the actions that the people take. They try to get them to slip up and lie on stand and then catch them in that lie. That is what lawyers do. And they're trying to make the defense lawyers look bad for doing so. It's like, can we be a little bit more fair, I guess, with our analysis of this? Sure, this was ridiculous. Why is this even in the trial in the first place? It makes absolutely no sense to me. You literally cannot make this stuff up. This is just absolute entertainment at its best. And MSNBC seems to be serious, y'all. They appear to be serious. They don't seem to be joking. This isn't some sort of parody world or anything like that, I don't guess, because they actually do report some news. And it's like they just twist and turn some of this stuff, like trying to make a porn star look like a nun, or like one of the pillars of the community, if you will. She's a great person, y'all. Trust what she says. But once again, how does that pertain to the damn trial? How does that pertain to anything that has to do with falsifying business records? It doesn't. Just like the catch and kill scheme. David Pecker's testimony absolutely had nothing to do with falsifying the business records. They're trying to put all this information in there, once again, to throw you off the trail. It's just ridiculous, and I just wanted to make a quick video about it because of just how ridiculous this commentary, if you want to call it that, is, and just how, you know, the corporate press is dying, and they're trying to do everything they can to kill themselves, it seems like, by being dishonest, by lying to the American people, by twisting the facts, turning things around on everybody. You know, you could be a little bit fair. You don't have to be a Trump apologist, for God's sakes, to actually report on the facts and give a fair analysis on everything. If you want to come across as being fair, you don't need to give extremely partisan commentary and analysis to do so. You need to be quite fair with your analysis and your commentary, but you know, they come across as partisan because all they are is a bunch of left-wing hacks that don't know what the hell they're talking about. They're just running their mouth just to fill up the airtime, I guess. But I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about all this down in the comment section. Is this some of the most ridiculous reporting that you've ever seen in your entire life? Like, what's really going on here? Was this a movie? Or do they actually think they're being serious? Like, I really want to know what's going on in these people's minds that makes them analyze this, trying to parse the difference between sex worker, oh, she's not a sex worker, by the way, and porn star. Like, is there a difference? No, there's not a difference. She was in control of her own, though, right? Stormy Daniels is an upstanding citizen. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. That's all I got for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and y'all try to have a good day and stay legitical. Peace.